there's going to be so much energy harvesting taking place in this country and around the world in the months to come and years to come. You have to make sure that you're protecting your energy against things outside of your home and maybe even things within your home. If your situation is just like if you have living arrangements where you're living with people that don't see the world as you do or even understand you, like please make sure that in these times you are finding ways to ground yourself. You're finding ways to connect with yourself again and journal and like just stay grounded in self and truth because I personally really feel like we haven't even began to see like how much stuff is going to take place. And again, like this is not to intimidate anybody or make anybody scared or fearful. That is up to you to live in that vibration. I cannot control how the truth or my perception of the truth makes someone else feel. But I will still give that disclaimer. Like, that is not my intention to spread fear. My intention is to spread awareness and just to be as a reminder because, mind you, 2025 hasn't even officially started. Like, they've kickstarted their 2025 year, but nature herself has not even declared it to be the new year yet. So, as we are going through and cycling through the final months, and as we enter the new year, like I'm telling y'all, I know it. It's going to be a lot of false flag events. It's going to be a lot of like catastrophic and devastating events, whether they make it seem like it's, weather modification, whether they go through with the Project Bluebeam and they use like some type of, aerial phenomenon take over, whether it's through another lockdown and they shut everything down again, whether they turn off our power. Like I'm just telling y'all, I can sense the energy that these folks is coming with, and it's nothing to play with, but you are nothing to play with as well. And when you stand in your power, then you realize like you're straight. But even in you knowing how powerful you are, you still want to prepare yourself, and you want to prepare yourself on a physical level and on a spiritual level. So although I will be putting out a lot of videos that are knowledge based and all of that stuff, as you see with the TikTok ban, right? Like they know what they're doing. They know how to pull the strings of society to get them, feeling one way or another. And that's the thing. Your energy is their life force. The manipulation of your energy is what drives them and sustains them. Because again, if you look at them as a parasitic type entity, parasites need a host, and you are their host, whether you know it or not. When you are giving your energy freely to all of these events and all of these circumstances taking place outside of yourself, mind you, you cannot control anything that happens outside yourself. So that's where you lose right there every time, by getting so wrapped up and attached to the physical and the things outside of you that you lose control of yourself and your energy. And they need that and they love that. So that's why it's like you can literally see with TikTok how that was like not only just an experiment in like showing how far they can go with stuff. People was like reportedly calling into suicide hotlines, and I knew this, like literally finna off themselves because they could not have access to something that is like a drug, right? It's releasing dopamine. It's affecting you on a cerebral level. It's doing things that you don't even realize. The same way that dopamine releases happen in many other ways, it's no different. Thing is, with this character that they're inaugurating into office, mind you, everyone is in cahoots with one another. Everyone is laying down in the same bed together. So please do not glorify or deify one individual over another that is on the same world stage, casted by the same directors. You know what I'm saying? Made to look a certain way to fit their agendas that we are unaware of exactly how it's going to go down. But all we know is, again, that's something else that's outside of our control. What we know that we can control is ourselves, and continue to ascend and ground ourselves with this terrestrial body and with source consciousness and with one another through the collective consciousness. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, that's all you have to worry about. Like, please put your blinders on during these times when you're going outside. Make sure that you're preparing yourself and you're energetically equipping yourself with the tools necessary to protect yourself as you exit your sanctuary of your home or your sanctuary of your room. If your home itself is not a safe place, but your room is, designate a sacred space for yourself as an energetic being to cleanse yourself, to restore yourself, to replenish yourself, to re energize yourself, because these next few months, next few years is going to be incredibly draining if you allow it to be. If you put your energy in certain um, areas in which it is seeking to drain your energy.